when I was watching it this time, Derek, so something struck me. If I was a vampire watching Dracula A.D. 1972, watching that sequence, I would be thinking, what an evil so-and-so that Van Helsing is, because Cushing is so grimly determined to finish Dracula off. I mean, he's dying, and he knows that he's dying, but he puts every last ounce of effort to pin him down and get that spoke through his heart and tear off the rest of the wheel. So from a vampire's point of view, you'd be thinking, that guy's a monster.
Well,
don't let him anywhere near me.
Well, until you get to the end of the movie and you see what that Van Helsing does with the shovel and everything, you're like, well, this is even worse. Yeah.
You're so right, yes. One of the first things that I did, Derek, was a mock-up of the contents page. They wanted to see page samples before they sent me a contract, and that's absolutely understandable. I had to be able to show that I could do this. I did the contents page, I think, in a single afternoon. And the really strange thing is that contents page, which I did 2 years ago, pretty much survived almost unchanged through the whole process.
Oh, wow.
So, it doesn't happen often in my life, if ever, but I had a very clear idea of how I felt this could work. And fortunately, the publishers were happy to back me with that. So that was the route that I followed right to the end of the book.
The villain of the piece, Schramm.
Oh, okay. Yeah. He's great.
So, he reminded me a lot of Brian Cox, who's a modern actor. And specifically, he reminded me of his character Stryker from the X-Men movies. Dominique is practically jumping over here.
This is my favorite of Mim's movies. I haven't seen them all, but this one is my favorite of the ones I've seen. It's dark, but it's not like soul-crushing. He still manages to have a lot of lighter moments, and I think he handles the material very deftly. So it can still be enjoyable, but still deal with like heavy stuff.
I spent every night after work and on the weekends compiling just a massive Excel chart of all the monster songs I had and all the monster songs I could find, because I've been collecting for many years. And so I put together an Excel chart of over 1,000 songs. And each song is broken down into its own column and category. There's, date, name of the song, artist, title, album, or single number, if it was a 45, the label, the genre. So I really took a lot of care and a lot of time. It took about a month to put all that together.
The article starts with a story of how in Europe the film was known as Dracula After Death because of the translation of A.D. And Forey decided to use that as the title throughout this issue. He complains of the real title because it dates the film, obviously in this case, as this issue came out in 1973.